Alrighty, this is relevant to the entity that is now they're flying over the parking lot of the library as opposed to flying over the city hall. All right, this is the entity that's engaging in that based on use of my devices. This is the entity that's surrounding stalking on the roads and the highways, what the red truck is doing. Facilitating light activity is what the city of Ontario is doing while they're maintaining all manner of light activity. And this is relevant to what you're listening to on the podcast as I document gang stalking inside of a state facilitating venue. That is the Ontario City Hall that's engaging in the perpetual sex offense while the employees of the city are engaged in the gang stalking with the U.S. military that are maintaining planes over Ontario downtown luxury apartments at 320 North Euclid Avenue, where I already have the fake sunset, and fake sunrise at the same apartment complex. And then the entities engage in what is this conduct where you are in Upland, California. Okay, there's no takeoff over here. There are no takeoffs that are going to occur over the apartment complex where you're clearly violating, for example, quiet enjoyment under a contract. Why are the people of the state not complaining about that, noticing it or anything? Because they're gang stalking. In the same way that they don't notice the fake sun and that their cars shoot out light when they're driving by you. And yeah, that P.O.C. 8 SMS 537. This is the entity that committed kidnapping on June 16, 2022. This is the entity that is still gang stalking on what is June 18, 2026, and this is the entity that's going to be subject to martial law. The U.S. military is monitoring with the state of California, that's going to be put on lockdown regarding martial law. All right, and this is the barbarism of gang stalking. This is a stalking society. This is a surveillance state. All right, this is P.O.C. and they are mentally ill. All right, and by mentally ill, they are psychopathic and engage in what is antisocial, highly delusional behavior, where they are now exposed and they're doing it in front of the world. Ontario Montclair School District is monitoring in concert with the demons that are the minors pacing out of Ovid Family Community Library. That's being shut down and the employees are going to prison as surely as you see the U.S. military flying over that building. And last night, what you heard on the podcast was the military stalking me by helicopter while I'm at that very building. All right. They are monitoring. And this is the city of Ontario gang stalking. As I travel to another city, the city is stalking into another city where that pattern of conduct is underway. That's the state. City to city surveillance, that's the state that is gang stalking. And they're doing so on the roads and the highways, okay? This is P.O.C. Ontario is engaging in surveillance on the roads and the highways as well. This is, again, relevant to the loss of privileges for the domestic terrorists that are engaged in that pattern of conduct. 5044, molesting me with impossible light right here. I've documented under the fake sun, the city of Ontario demons. And Kevin engaging in what is a battery, the city of Ontario demons working for the city. The entities engaging in this while they are surrounding with light activity. This is what I'm showing you the entities engaging in, and they're doing so while they're taking off over College of Laverne Unit of Law. Okay, when I am south of this location, they're taking off south of my location, meaning they're taking off over the city hall. Laverne is right next to the city hall. That's now Southwest Airlines. This is a matter of judicial notice. So you're looking at the same pattern of conduct. This is psychopathic pacing. License plate 9JER839. Okay, this is P.O.C. And the entity is engaging in what is stalking in this parking lot last night on video, where you saw the entity flying over here. That's because I was over there. They maintain position south of my person while they stalk me as I travel north. Okay, and that's why on video last night, the entity is stalking by plane, doing a U-turn over this parking lot, and then you see another plane flying west, just like they are now flying west over downtown Ontario luxury apartments, which is the identification of a defendant. Just like they're flying over the city hall, and I'm inside of that city hall, and those demons are monitoring. They're stalking, they're pacing around, engaging in criminal activity. All right, the entity, it is a crime to engage in literally walking in relevant position. Yes, it is a crime to engage in what is, in other words, criminal presence in the path on behalf of that military that's conspiring the murder of an American citizen and also thinks that they're going to conduct court hearings, which is nothing other than criminal facilitation. While the entity seeks to defame, when you will not defame anybody that you're gang stalking. All right, and you're going to prison while you're doing so. This is P.O.C. It is currently 9:56 a.m.